Hello guys, welcome to another session. In this session, we are going to look into the project structure which we have created in our earlier session. So let's start our discussion. So in the earlier session, we have seen that how easy to create the React application with the help of Create React App, which we have ran through npx as well as npm. So now it's time to understand that what actually the files and folders involved in this application, as well as how the control flows within the application. So if you closely look into this project, then you will find that it contains 3 folders and 4 files. So now let's start our discussion with package.json file. Package.json file contains all the dependency and scripts required for the project. So if you remember that we have executed npm start, so what is happening whenever you are providing npm start, then in the backend it is going to be executed this script and then the browser is loading our project. If we talk about the dependency, we are using the React library, so that's the reason here you will find that it has incorporated React, which is a version 16.13.1. So now proceeding further, if you will look over here, then you will find that we are having package-log.json. This is being generated whenever if you are using npm, then on that time it is going to generate this log file. There is another package manager tool, that is Yarn. If you are using Yarn, then the log file is going to be yarn-log.json. As we have used npm, that's the reason it is showing over here package-log.json. This file ensures consistency while installing the dependency. These files are auto-generated files, so you don't have to worry about these files. The other file which we are having is the getignore and the readme file. So this is also auto generated, so you don't have to worry about, as we are not going to touch these files now, but I want to give you some information about these files. This file mainly related to the git version control. In this file we specify those information which we don't want to push into GitHub. For example, here it has specified that don't push anything to GitHub. Whenever you are pushing this project, then don't push anything from the node module, from this pnp.pnp and .pnp.js. So this file help us to restrict the file which we don't want to push to GitHub. So now let's discuss about readme file. Readme file is used to write the information about your project, and this information is being displayed on GitHub whenever it is being pushed. In this file you keep the information like how you can initialize your project, how you can run your project, how you can test your project. So see here it has given this information so that it is really very easy for other users, whoever it is, whether it is a developer, tester, or any person who is part of this project. Now so far we have discussed about all the files in this project. Now let's discuss about the folders. The folders, first folder we are going to discuss is the node modules. So this is the folder where all the dependency which is being used within project is being installed. You can find many of them over here that is being used within this project, and these dependency is being generated when we have run create react app command. So in simple term, I can tell that whenever if you are installing any kind of a dependency within your project, that is going to sit into this folder, that is node_module. So whenever you are running npm install to install the dependency, that is going to sit over here. Now let's proceed further. Now we are having a public folder. This contains, so here we have various files. First we will discuss about manifest.json. So this file we don't use in this course as it is related to progressive web app. So we are not going to touch anytime this file. So one of the most important file over here is the index.html file. So now let's discuss about index.html file. This index.html file is the only HTML file which exists within your application. As we are building the single page application, within the application the view might be changed, but this HTML file might get served off. And the best part to work with this file is we are not going to touch this file. Whenever it is required, we are going to touch the head section, but definitely we are not going to touch the body part because we want to React should handle this, and because of that we will find over here we have only one div tag, that ID is root, so that React will take over this div tag with the help of this ID, that is root. So now the question over here is how and where do we need to work while designing the React application. So for this, let's look into another folder, that is source folder. So here we will be working most of the time while designing the React application. So let's talk about this. So the starting point for React application is index.js file. Within the index.js file, we specify root component, that is app. Along with that, we also specify the DOM element which is being controlled by React, that is the root over here. This is the same root which we have in index.html over here. So let's proceed further. So how it works, this app component is being rendered within this DOM element, and the logic within app component we are writing in app.js. If you come over here, it has written the following code over here, so that is being displayed within the browser. So let's look into that. So now let's run it. So to run it, we need to first press Ctrl backtick, so it will open the terminal, and here we need to specify npm start. So this will run the application, and this is the output we got. This we have already seen. Now suppose that if I want to change the text over here, which is written over here, so where do I can do the changes? So to do the changes, we need to go to the app.js, and where we need to do the modification. So I want to remove this one, and I want to print hi hello from React. So we can tell it like this. Save it. Let's look into the output, and then we will find that it is being changed over here. So here we get one point to remember, that is app component is the main component which provides the views to the application. So now let's proceed further. So when we generated this application with create react app, so along with app.js, it has also generated app.css, which contains the styling for the application. For example, if we want to change some styling from this color to blue, I want to change the background color. I'm going to change to blue. Save it. Let's look into the output. So now you will see that the blue background color is being applied. So this gives us another point to remember, that is whenever if we want to change the style, then we need to change it to app.css file. So now let's proceed further. Now there is another file, that is app.test.js. This file is used to write the unit test cases. This is the topic for another course which I am going to design. For a time being, you just ignore this one. You should just remember that whenever you will see such file, that is mainly related to the unit testing, and where we write the automated unit test cases, so that we can ensure that whatever the component we have written, that is working properly. So now let's proceed further. There is another file, that is that logo.svg. So this is the same logo which we are seeing there, that is this one. So now there is another file, that is serviceworker.js. This is again related to the progressive web app. So that's it all about the project structure of React whenever we are creating with create react app. So how it get executed. So whenever you are running npm start, the index.html gets served into the browser. That index.html calls index.js, and this index.js is being associated with app component, that is the root component. In this example, we are using app.js, where we are writing our custom code whichever we want to display within the screen. In the upcoming session, we will also look into how to create class component and how to create functional component that is being incorporated within this app root component, and that is being served to index.html altogether. And this way we can achieve the component based architecture. So on this note, I am stopping over here. In the next session, we are going to discuss about the components. So see you in the next session. Till then, bye bye, take care.